Welcome back to new video. Today's use case is suppose if you want to connect to an EC2 instance which is in private subnet. How can you connect it without using the bastion host? So if if you want to connect to a private EC2 instance with bastion host, what you need is you need VPC, you need public subnet, and within that public subnet you will spin up one bastion host server or the EC2 server with uh, public IP address, and you will attach a security group to your private EC2 instance, which allows 22 from bastion host. But just having public subnet or the private subnet, it won't work. You need internet gateway also. So this is a typical architecture you need if you want to connect to an EC2 private instance using bastion host. But there has been a new feature where you don't need this complex setup. The setup has become very simpler now. What we are going to use? We are going to use the endpoint. So AWS has introduced EC2 Connect endpoint. So basically, you can see here clearly there is no internet gateway, there is no bastion host. Okay, so you have a private subnet, you have some EC2 instances running in private instances, and using EC2 instance connect endpoint, we are directly logging into the EC2 instance. So this is something we will demo today. Okay. So this is something we are going to show in this video, how to do this complete setup. So let's jump to our AWS console. Okay. I will not spin up any new VPC. I am going to use the existing default VPC. Okay, so just to let you know, so I have one VPC in subnet, I have one private subnet, and this private subnet has a route table which doesn't go to internet gateway. Okay, so I'll spin up one EC2 instance in this private subnet. Let's do that quickly. So launch EC2 instance, let's call it EC2 Private Connect test. We'll use the Amazon Linux OS. We'll keep it to T2 micro. Okay, and one more thing, with again one more additional benefit, you don't need to manage the key pair also if you are connecting your private EC2 instance with endpoint. So we are not going to create any key pair. Okay, let's make an edit here. Let's disable the public IP. Subnet will be private subnet. It has already selected the VPC. Okay, so let's create a security group, or maybe we'll create the security group later. It will create the security group, but we'll add the rules later. Then it has a volume of 8 GB. Will launch with the default settings. Okay, we don't need the key pairs. You can say proceed without key pair launch instance. Let's wait a minute to get this instance into available state. While it is getting into the available state, let's go to our security group. So we need to attach one security group to the endpoint also. So let's create that security group. I will not mention any rules for that, it doesn't require. Why, you will see that. So let me call it EC2 endpoint security group allows or okay allows EC2 instance to connect endpoint. Same VPC, no need to add any rules. I'll just create one tag for my own purpose. Then let's create a security group. Okay, so we already have one launch wizard1 security group created during the instance creation, so we will edit that. So add rule, we need to go SSH into that instance. Okay, and we will use the endpoint security group. This is the only purpose we need that security group. So we are going to attach this security group to the endpoint. Basically what it is saying is it is allowing endpoint to connect over SSH on port 22. Okay, so let's save this. Or to EC2, make it more readable. I mean, I don't want to confuse you guys with the security group. So this security group, it is attached to our EC2 private instance. And this is the security group for the EC2 endpoint. Okay, so let's check our status for an EC2 instance. Okay, it is all working. It has come up without any issues, and you can see there is no public IP address, there is an private IP address. The security group, it is in private subnet, and the security group is the one we have created, launch wizard1. Okay, so let's go to endpoint now. Let's create an endpoint. Let's call it EC2 endpoint. Okay, there are multiple types or categories in endpoints, but we want to go with EC2 instance connected endpoint. Or before we go for that, let me show you what will be our end result. So if you go here and if you try to connect this instance, okay, it is giving some error, and there is no IP address, there is no key created, so there is no straight away way to connect the EC2 instance. So we are going to use this option, connect using EC2 instance connect endpoint. Okay, so that's what we are creating now. So endpoint, select the EC2 instance connect endpoint, select the VPC. Okay, we'll use this security group, EC2 endpoint security group. Subnet will be a private subnet. Tag, yes, let's add some tag with the value of YouTube. Sorry. Okay, create endpoint. So it will take around 4 to 5 minutes to get this status as available. So once it is available, I'll start the video again. Now our endpoint is in available state. So what we will do next is we will go to our EC2 instance. If I have to show it again from start, so we have EC2 instance already spun up. We'll go here, we'll do connect. Right now, so we will use an option of connect using EC2 instance connect endpoint. Let's select that. Okay, so it is already has taken the endpoint created. Just to show you, it is ending with AF1EF. So AF1EF. Okay, username is by default EC2 user, and let's do a connect. Okay, so we have successfully completed our demo. You can clearly see I'm into the private EC2 instance. I did not spin up any bastion host. There is no public IP address. I don't need key pairs. So that's how you can you make use of endpoints. Okay, so that's it from this video. I hope you have learned something out of this video. uh, uh, I'll keep on adding new videos on daily basis. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching today.